This is Day to Day with St. Joseph. It's Father Barry. It's Wednesday, March 3rd. So it's 3-3. And 21, 2 and 1 makes 3. 333. I don't know what that means today, but I know it's a blessed day for us. And it's a Joseph day, because Wednesdays are Joseph days. So it's going to be a blessed one here for us. And chastity, or Joseph most chaste, is the theme. So in the book on this Wednesday, we're in day 17 as we go through this great book by Father Calloway, The Consecration of St. Joseph. So we're on the 17th day, on the way for 33 ones, heading to St. Joseph's feast on the 19th of March. So I'm enjoying it so far. Hope you are. What did you think of Santa Agnello? Did you know what Santo Agnello was before you were in the back of the book? Yeah, fascinating thing, isn't it? The wedding ring. The wedding ring Joseph gave to Mary. And that is still around. In a previous tape, I talked about 3 other items that are still, in existence that kind of surprised me. Like the mantle and Joseph's staff and, the wedding ring. So anyway, if you ever watched the movie Passion of the Christ, the Mel Gibson movie about the end of Jesus' life, his suffering, you may have heard that Anne Emmerich, the mystic, who was also a saint, her writings were used to give all the extra details about that part of Jesus' journey. You say it's more than what's in the Gospels, and it is. So Anne had these visions, okay? Well, she also had other visions, which we're finding out in this book. And so the things that visionaries see, mystics see, the church isn't asked to wholly believe, but we just take it in and say, wow, some people who are very close to God, this is what they're experiencing in dreams and visions and prayers and songs. Pretty cool. Chastity. Some people think of chastity, think of medieval chastity belt or something, or chastity. They immediately think of something to do with sexuality, right? Chastity, Joseph most chaste. Well, chastity would be living fully, living holy, living in wholesomeness towards one vocation, towards one calling. So chastity is a virtuous thing, and the good practice it. And so Joseph was, of course, most good and most chaste. So chastity. Now I remember in high school, I remember a song I liked from a musical, Man of La Mancha, to reach the unreachable star, the impossible dream, to love pure and chaste from afar, to try when your arms are too weary, to reach the unreachable star. And I like the idea of a man striving to reach beyond the stars, to reach high. And I think chastity is that. It's reaching for the highest that you can be in your life, in the way you live it, and the way you love it, the way you love others with your heart. So chastity has to do with your heart, and wholly loving someone, loving a call, a mission, loving God, and not letting other things get in the way. So what can get in the way? Lust can get in the way, big time. We heard that in this chapter, didn't we? The problem of lust. We know the last 2 commandments are about lust. Lust after people, lust after things. And we also know that the 6th commandment can be lusting after another person's spouse, adultery, right? And thou shalt not steal could also, you say, be about lust. So that's 4 of the commandments where we can lust. I guess even the one of loving the Lord your God and none other, if we love something else, like an idolatrous life, I guess that's lust too, when we're pulled away. But a person who is chaste, is steadfast, is going to live out what they say they're going to do. They're going to live it out. They're going to be true, okay? And this is what I think is great about Joseph. And that's his little scene back there, the house of Joseph. And he's making a little journey here in the Holy Year. And in some ways, he's taking you through that doorway, okay, and a doorway of chastity. Chastity is also associated with loving and purity and continence, right, and self-control. These are all things that are in the same category as chastity, okay? And so Joseph is just a devoted man, and he's devoted with all the right and good things. And this is what we can, aspire to, right? We can let Joseph be a model. Of course, Jesus himself is the superstar. He is the virtuous of the virtuous. He is holiness total. And so it's all to Jesus. It's just Joseph being so close to Jesus for so long. It really, as they say today, rubbed off on him. The holiness of Jesus certainly permeated his own being. He was already a good man, but now he's chaste. And he's going to love Jesus. He's going to love Mary. And now, as the author says, he's going to love us now. Another love in his life is to love us. We become family now to Jesus. He wants us to be brothers and sisters. So there's Joseph stepping in. So this holy ring that's in Perugia at St. Lawrence Church, just 14 miles from Assisi. I've been to Assisi twice and never heard about this holy ring, and it's in a chapel nearby. Fascinating thing. Some of the things from the past and around, but what that wedding ring represents, whether it is truly the ring, I believe it is, but even if it's not, it's what the ring though represented, that Joseph gave himself to Mary in a pure love. And today, it's just people have a hard time practicing purity, even purity of attention besides purity of mind, which then, if we're impure in our mind, then we have impure bodily actions. There's a lot of problems, especially with young men today, impure. And there's also a lot of temptations to be impure that have never been so accessible as it is today, or so lewdly acted out in public today. So young men need help. And Joseph is one of those covenant keepers that can say, let me partner with you. I think for women too, of course, you could use Joseph. Just as men use Mary for so many things, women can also side with Joseph and ask for his help. He's a wonderful spiritual father, and every woman needs a really great father figure, and they have it in Joseph, and so do men. So I hope you have a good lesson today. I'm going to finish with just an example of something to do. In this last minute, I'd like to talk about doing, because Joseph is a man of action, not so much of words, and he wants to see us doing things. That's chastity is a virtue at hand. If you have an unpleasant thing, a difficult thing, a chore, a job, it's hard to do, you just say, okay, Lord, I'm just going to live this for you, to your pleasure. And not to my pleasure right now, but I'm going to live it to you. I'm going to serve you by this work. I think of this woman. She has 2 kids she loves dearly, and to provide for them, she has to have a babysitter come over and sleep overnight in their house so she can go to work at an office building that she has to get there by public transportation and back. She comes back, her kids are off to school, babysitter's gone, and she sleeps until the kids come home, and she serves them until it's time for her to go off to work again at night. And she just does this without much complaint because she loves those kids so much. That is a chaste heart. That's where Joseph is trying to take us.